Last night, something knocked on my window, and it wasn't human. I don't usually tell people about this. Honestly, most of my friends think I'm dramatic, and my family already believes I'm a little too sensitive when it comes to paranormal stuff. But after what happened last week, I don't even care if people think I'm crazy. I need to get this off my chest. I live in a small town in Ohio. It's quiet, boring most of the time. The kind of place where you know your neighbor's dogs by name. My house sits at the edge of town, near a patch of woods that everyone in the neighborhood calls the Hollow. When I was a kid, we weren't allowed to go there. Parents would tell us stories about people getting lost, about screams heard at night, and about an old woman who supposedly lived in those woods and took kids who stayed out too late. Of course, everyone thought it was just some urban legend to scare us, but I swear to you, something lives out there. It started on a Tuesday night. I was up late scrolling on my phone when I heard the sound, a knock. Just one, sharp, deliberate. It came from my bedroom window. Now, here's the thing. My room is on the second floor. At first, I froze. I thought maybe it was a branch hitting the glass, but the trees are too far from my house. Then it came again. Knock, knock. This time it was slower, heavier, like someone was tapping a fingernail right against the glass pane. I forced myself to look. At first, I saw nothing but my own reflection in the glass. But then, behind me, in the reflection, I swear I saw a face. Not outside, inside. I spun around so fast my phone fell out of my hand. The room was empty, just me, the bed, the shadows stretching across the walls. I grabbed my phone, used the flashlight, checked every corner. Nothing. I tried to calm myself down, telling myself it was sleep deprivation, or maybe the neighbor kids playing some prank. But deep down, I knew it wasn't. Because when I turned back to the window, the glass was fogged up. And in that fog, there was a handprint, small, thin, almost skeletal. The next day, I tried to brush it off. I went to work, came home, ate dinner, went through the motions. But the whole time, I couldn't stop glancing at the window. The handprint was gone, but I still felt like something was there, watching. That night, I went to bed early, thinking sleep would fix it. I woke up around 3:12 a.m. to the sound of scratching. Not knocking this time, scratching, like nails dragging down the window pane. Long, slow, deliberate. I sat up, heart pounding. I wanted to yell, but my throat felt tight, like I couldn't make a sound. The scratching stopped. Then, in the silence, I heard it. Whispering. I swear on my life, I heard a voice. It was faint, almost like a breath against the glass, but it said my name. Ethan. I didn't move. I didn't even breathe. The whisper came again, clearer this time. Ethan, let me in. I don't know where I found the courage, but I finally lunged out of bed, ran out of my room, and slammed the door behind me. I ended up sitting on the living room couch with every single light on in the house. The following morning, I convinced myself it was a nightmare. Stress, insomnia, maybe even sleep paralysis. But that didn't explain the new scratches I found on the outside of the glass. Long, deep grooves. Too high for an animal, too clean for tree branches. And they lined up with fingers. The third night was the worst. I tried everything. TV on, music playing, even sleeping on the couch. But around 3 a.m., no matter how hard I tried, I woke up. This time, it wasn't knocking or scratching. It was breathing, right next to my ear. I bolted upright, spun around, and there was nothing. Just the dark, empty living room. My chest felt tight, like the air itself had turned heavy. Then I heard the creak of the stairs. Step by step by step. Something was coming downstairs. I thought maybe it was a burglar, so I grabbed the closest thing I had, a metal baseball bat. I stood at the bottom of the staircase, bat raised, every muscle tense. But when the figure appeared at the top of the stairs, it wasn't a person. It was tall, too tall, its head brushing the ceiling. Its arms were long, bending at strange angles. And its face, God, its face. It was pale, stretched tight like paper, with hollow black holes where the eyes should have been. It didn't walk down the stairs, it crawled, backwards, like a spider. I dropped the bat. I don't even remember making the decision. My body just acted. I ran out the front door barefoot, into the cold night air, sprinting down the street until I reached the gas station by the highway. Every single wall was covered in handprints. The same skeletal ones from the window. Dozens, maybe hundreds, all over the walls, the ceiling, even my bed. And on the window, written in the condensation, were 3 words. See you tonight. I haven't been back since. I'm staying with my friend for now, but I don't sleep much. Some nights I hear tapping on the window. Not at my old house, at his. And I know sooner or later it's going to find me again. Because whatever I saw that night in the hollow isn't just haunting the woods. It's haunting me.